Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen. See, now you go get your little, not your little.
My stool?
Get your stool. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about some things. We let everybody come on in. Y'all come on in. Come on back. We got an episode of After I Do Now. This ain't no Coffee Cup Chronicles. So I ain't got to sip slow or none of that. I boiled you some eggs if you want some.
No, thank you.
Oh, look, you know what? So there is some sweetness in there. There is some sweetness.
Yes, I am sweet.
Sometimes.
Not
all the time, baby.
Listen.
You can be a little rough.
I can be rough. Life is tough. And I don't know why you expect me to always be, like, unaffected. I'm affected.
Good
I'm
Lord.
affected by
Y'all,
the media.
listen. Y'all show up, like, when April in the building, y'all show up to blow up.
Hello. No, listen. My husband, this is the thing. My husband wants me to live a stress-free life.
Yes,
and I get that. And he does what he can do in his power to do that, meaning my to-do list. And I don't bark it at him and purposely text it and write it on paper a lot of times because my tone sometimes is a little harsh. I don't know why. I've been like that since forever. Am I trying to change? Yes. So that's why I write it out. And I think it comes across better when I write it out.
No, because then we talked about this before. When you type it, then I can read it and hear it in my head in my voice, not yours.
Right. So I'm back to the situation. He wants me to be stress-free. I get it. But that's just not, what's the word? It is not always possible. There are other things or other factors in my life. So he can only control the things that he knows would make me happy or that I have requested of him and get that off the list. But that does not ease my stress from everything else I'm going through. I still got to go to work. I still got to deal with coworkers. I still have to get up. I'm still tired. There's other things. I still have Royce texting me. We have conversations he doesn't even know about. You know, I'm still calling up to the school, trying to get things, his housing and FAFSA and, you know, so there's other things. So when he completes his task, you know what he feels like? I've done everything you asked. You should be good. What else is there to worry about? Life is great. He's forgotten about the 50% on this side that has nothing to do with him, that he cannot solve.
No, but listen, hold on. That's not true. Because if you go and watch the episode of Coffee Cup Chronicles from, I think, 2 episodes, maybe 3 episodes ago, I actually admit that I take my hat off to women, mothers, for being able to manage so many different things and to be able to maintain so much information and wear so many different hats. So,
but you have not said that to me.
You got to watch the episode.
No. I don't read that episode. I live with you every day. All you have to do is say, babe.
Okay,
You can say it now. I'm ready.
I take my hat off to you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
Okay.
I honor you.
Thank
I
you.
want the best for you. Thank you so much for doing all that you do for me and for this family.
Okay.
Okay?
So with those words, you really understand the depth of everything I go through in a day as a mother and a wife. I know you're saying the words and they sound great, but I need you to understand the level of pressure that all that stuff for taking care of us, for doing this, how much pressure that is. It's a lot. You have no idea.
But it shouldn't be pressure.
But it is.
Don't let it be pressure. Just do your best. That's the whole point.
You can say that, and that's your opinion.
Yes, no, that's...
But when you get when I'm at work and I'm getting a call from Royce, I'm getting a call from Ross, I'm getting calls from Joey, I'm getting calls from everybody. You know what I mean? You're not privy to that. So
okay,
I am doing my best, but I'm at
the
work.
Thing. Okay, so I just offered you, right, my feelings about the matter. So now you're taking what I just offered you and you're now escalating it too. No. But do you understand what that makes me feel? I'm like,
no. I'm just saying those words, I guess you understand by saying that the level of things that you don't understand that I'm going through, or the calls and the other fires I'm putting out in a day, that when I come to you, you seem like everything is cool on paper, but you understand as a woman, there are a lot more things going on than what's at the surface. That's all I'm saying. And And I appreciate you saying that, but I don't think you ever really got
listen, here's the thing. As a man, I will never fully understand. I'll have an appreciation for, but an appreciation and an understanding, I think, are two completely different things. I can have an understanding because you explained it to me, and rationally I'm able to process what those things mean. I think an appreciation, more women will have an appreciation for what you go through because you all share that in common. Your physical makeup, your DNA, your approach to things, you share those things in common. So the appreciation comes in because they relate to you in that manner in a way that I'll never be able to relate to you because I have a completely different physical makeup. I'm reading, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and the book just opens up so many things to me because our structure and the way we see the world and the way we approach problems and the reason we do things is completely different.
Right.
And so, again, this is why I go to this place of stop trying to fix people. Stop trying to fix your marriage partner. Stop trying to fix your girlfriend or boyfriend. Like, work on the best version of you that you can offer a relationship because it's the only thing I can control. Mm-hmm. I can't control and try to make you be anything other than the person you want to be for yourself first. And then after you decide you want to be something for me, there's a version of you that you are working on being to offer me and the kids based on it's a response to everything that we've built so far, right? So you see me get up and go out and work. I've been a provider. I've hustled. And there's something in you that says, oh, you know what? My husband has worked hard, and I want to go out and work too to make a contribution to meet what he's done so that we can grow this thing together and then we can travel. And so there's something that I did in these last 25 years that has triggered something in you that makes you go out and want to do that. Right now, if God forbid, if I went out and it's not, again, got some girl pregnant, right, or something, then that's going to trigger another response in you. That's probably going to trigger a response. You like, I worked this hard for all of this stuff, and this is what he does. So now I'm going to go a completely different way. Correct. But those are triggers, right? Those are things that make you want to be a certain thing for me. And I can't control that, right? Now, there's something that's triggered in me that makes me want to honor, respect, and build something for you that has happened over the course of 25, 26 years that you can't control, right? Me getting up and going to the gym is a response to something that I see in you, that I see in the kids, that I see in wanting to be a provider for the people around me. And that is something that only is driven by me mentally, psychologically, and you can't control it. Right. You can make a comment about it. You can compliment it. You can criticize it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be my decision, right, to either want to be the best version of myself for you and for myself, or the complete opposite, like not care.
Right. So my question was,
did I miss your question? Did you ask a question and I skipped?
How somebody does something to you and they say a little, I'm sorry, but it's not heartfelt. So all I was asking is, when you're saying I appreciate you, do you know the depth of that? You know what I mean? Are you saying it like, if I say it to you, sometimes I come to you and I'm like, you're a great man. Sometimes like I want to cry because all of the stuff you just said, I understand the sacrifice. I see you get up and go to the gym. I see the hustle. I know. And here lately, it's painful when I have to fly coach, right? Okay. But go ahead. So when I ask that, is because you don't know how many times you come to me and you look at me and you just like, why are you stressed? Why are you stressed? And when you say those words, it makes me insane. But here, I understand you just said you did it on your coffee cup and you realize or whatever. But sometimes you can't time when someone is going to get somewhere or understand what you're going through. And I get it. But I'm just hoping that when you say that, you understand the whole depth of everything that I might be going through before you spew the words. I don't understand why you're so stressed. Okay. Really? Okay. And it's not, it doesn't have to be monetarily, a monetary issue. It may not be the house is not clean or whatever. It's just as the makeup of a woman. I have hormones. I'm going through so many things. And sometimes when you say that, it makes me feel like you don't get me, or you just so busy doing stuff that everything on the surface looks great. I don't understand why you're so stressed. That is painful sometimes. But when you say you appreciate me, you just look me in the face and say that, I'm just hoping that you understand and you will never say those words to me again, because money don't make you happy. The house being clean is not going to make me happy. The kids, those are certain things. But as a woman or as a person, I have to find my own happiness, and just because everything is good on the surface doesn't mean that my mind is right. It doesn't mean that there's not chaos and, things going on. So just say, hey, is there anything I can help you with? I see that you're a little stressed. You want to get a massage or something, but don't say, why are you? Don't ask that question, why? That's what gets me.
Don't ask the question, why?
Because I see you, in your head, I done washed the car, I done did the lawn, I done fold the clothes, and you're happy, you're in a good space. I come home and you're dancing and I'm frustrated.
Okay, yeah.
And you're like, I don't get it. Why are you so nasty? Why are you so stressed or whatever? Instead of letting me be in my moment, or don't address the question like that. Not, why are you stressed?
Let me tell you something.
Why are you stressed?
Let me say something.
You weren't at work with me for 15 hours.
So, see, now, listen, I'm so glad we cut off the Coffee Cup Chronicles every day at 9 a.m. right here on the station. But this is an important conversation because I hear you. I hear you this morning. Because we're in such a good space, right? I hear you with not my ears, with my life. Because my ears processes things psychologically, right? My life wants the best for you.
Right.
Let me say that again. Because this is kind of deep. We gonna get somewhere today. My ears can rationally process information, right? And try to figure out what it means. When I hear you with my life wants the best for you and is willing to put your needs before mine. I say this all the time. I would step in front of a moving truck, right? That's me putting my life in front of yours to protect you. You know that. We don't have to. You know what that means. So when I hear you this morning, now I understand, because we get into these marriage relationships and so much of the relationship I can only speak for myself personally, but I would imagine that other men go through this. Mm-hmm. We want to protect ourselves. We want to protect ourselves from a fight. It becomes, a defense mechanism. Like, oh, what does she need me to take care of? Because that's going to keep her from, bitching about stuff. And then if I can keep her from bitching about stuff, then the next level is then maybe I can do something that's going to make her happy. And then after she's happy, then we might even be able to have sex if she's after happy. So keep her from bitching, make her happy, and after happiness is sex, right? So now when you come in, my whole thing is I did the whole day, on top of whatever work I'm doing, I'm trying to address the stuff that I know is going to keep you from having an issue. So now we were challenged with, obviously Joey and them being in the space and trying to manage all of these people we don't have that now, right? So now it's back to me, you, and Ross in the space. It's minimized to just 3 people. It's a simpler living. So we don't have all of these other people and energies in the way of us trying to communicate and get to what makes us whole and happy as a married couple. It's simple, right? It's very straightforward. Now it's just like, yo, can you take care of this? Or I need you to knock this out. And I already know what it shouldn't even be. See, now my brain is working. It shouldn't even be, what do I need to keep her from bitching? It really should be, right? What do I need to do to take care of the house, period? So a woman's mentality as a home, as a homemaker, right? If you're a homemaker, caretaker, it's your first, I'm not going to say responsibility, but you're like, oh, I'm a homemaker, I'm a wife, I got these kids to care for, I want to make a good home. So you just automatically go into the space where I know what I need to take care of. I want the house clean, I want to cook food for the family, I want to make sure the bills are paid. And so by default, you kind of operate from that space. Now, when the things kind of shift and now you're out working, it's not like I'm the primary homemaker, right? I don't become now like Mr. Mom, but there is now an understanding between the two of us that you're out working 12 hours a day. I'm supposed to, or should, not supposed to, but I should instinctively go, oh, you know what?
The light bulb is out. I need to do this.
What? Let me finish.
Okay.
See, now you're getting ahead of me. It should shift so that my thinking shouldn't be, oh, I'm a husband now who is going to take care of these things because my wife is working, so let me do the best I could do. The thinking should be, I'm the other person who shares this house, and I want the best for myself and everybody that lives here. So let me do the best that I can do because it's the space I live in. Correct. And not let me do what I could do real quick. So when she gets home, she won't have nothing to fuss about.
Because this is how I get this is what I get when I get home. Ta-da! I cut the grass.
Hello.
I did this.
Say it again. Say what's that word again?
Ta-da!
Holy, put it on a t-shirt, ladies and gentlemen.
Ta-da! He's a ta-da guy. And I'm like,
God dang it. I'm a ta-da guy. I'm a ta-da husband. Abra, mother.
As soon as I walk through the door, he's like, okay, I'm going to make her happy. Ta-da! I cut the grass.
No. I cooked the kitchen. Look, I cleaned the kitchen. I made some spaghetti. And the bathroom upstairs and clean. And look, I folded some clothes.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Let me get a hand job.
Can I get something for that? What I get?
What you get? What I get? That's gotta be
that's annoying. Like he gets a prize for doing the things that he should because he's home. That should be automatic. Automatic. This is your house.
It's not for her. It can't be for her.
There you go.
It can't be for her. A ta-da. Oh my God. Listen, y'all better hit the share button on this one and share this with every husband and wife you know that's going through something. I promise you today we have just broken new ground.
Yeah. Don't be ta-da.
You need to quit. You need to quit. Go call in and put your notice in because we gotta have I promise you, we wouldn't have gotten this.
Right.
We wouldn't have gotten to this if you didn't. You was complaining about going in late today, but the universe wanted you here with me.
Yes. That's it. And I think most men do that. It's a ta-da. As soon as I picked up the kids, I did this. Why are you so mad? What's wrong with you?
Look at God.
Negro, you live here. You shouldn't be in the dark. If it's 4 light bulbs
live here.
Put the light bulbs in. Like, you don't get a brownie point for
live
doing
here.
The necessary. This is your house. And I always say to Royale, we go outside. I'm like, you don't see them cobwebs? You don't want to pull up none of these weeds. Like, I'm just like baffled because I want the house to look nice and I can't be the only one. Listen, I don't live in this house by myself.
Stop for 1 second. Got daggone. Who's this? She said you went from ta-da to ah-hah. And I get it. It's enough from ta-da to ah-hah. Boy. Come on, we got to have a dance. We ought to stay together.
Yeah, hey.
Loving you whether times are good or bad, happy or sad.
Ta-da.
No.
Ta-da.
We had a breakthrough.
Ta-da.
We had a breakthrough because you know what? I got this. I didn't tell you this, but I went and got me a little apartment. I put the deposit on it. I gave him last month, and the deposit. And I got the keys. With the keys? I'm taking these keys back today because I don't need it.
See, we learn every day. We've been together 25 years, and we just it just organically. We sit, we talk. You guys are our audience, but it's still us having a conversation about something simple, and a ta-da turned into a ah-hah. Hey, Yetta. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't plan this. We didn't know what we were going to talk about. And it feels good to just know we just had that breakthrough. We're always having breakthrough.
Let me tell you something. Y'all, all 245 people on here right now
Please
need to be hitting the share button and tell people they need to watch this conversation. Oprah Winfrey need to see this conversation. Steve Harvey need to see this conversation. I still don't know why we not on Black Love. Wendy Williams need to see this conversation.
Somebody give them my phone number.
Everybody and their mama need to see this conversation so that we can get more men. The men need to go from ta-da to ah-hah. Because now
stop
I
giving our
promise
shit
you
away. We need
to
that on
get
a
it.
t-shirt.
No, I mean, we got to share it. Just like I learned, put this stuff out in the universe for free.
Yeah.
Right? Don't even put a price on it, because the real value is the change that's going to happen in other people's marriage. And that's going to come back to us tenfold. When more people say, I watched that video and now as a husband, I get it. That's worth more money than you could put in our pocket.
Let me tell you something.
You know what?
I didn't even know what we were doing. And that just came out organically. But that's the feeling I get. He's like a showman. As soon as I come, he's like, ta-da, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did this. Like he won a brownie point. I just came home from 15
$21, you're a savage.
Work. Thank you. Put that in my bosom, as my mother used to say.
$21, you're a savage.
$21. You know, it's like, okay, this is what I did. I did this. And I'm looking at him like, fool, you're supposed to do it. Like,
let me tell you
there are no brownie points for cleaning up your house.
She come in that house and I hit that.
That's just what he does. And that makes me madder. So if I'm already stressed.
It makes her more upset.
It makes me more upset. I'm like, ugh. And then he's like, oh, you just ungrateful. You wanted this stuff done and I did it and you are. No, you live here. The roof cannot come crumbling down.
You live here.
Open your eyes, like really look. And I always say that. I know you're working and you're busy. I'm doing the same. But if my eyes can see it, your eyes got to be able to see.
Listen,
that we need touch-ups. We need this. We need that.
You know the sign in the mall with the little star that says you are here?
Yeah.
We're going to do a whole nother one that says you live here.
You live here.
Put that on the front door so when husbands walk in, they have that little reminder that you live here. Not you are here. You live here.
Yes.
It's just
a
a
joint
little
effort.
shift.
Don't wait around.
Little shift.
I see couples, dishes in the sink, house arrest. They waiting for the other. It's a joint effort. You both have to jump in and do. You can't feel like, oh, I'm doing more. At some point, if that person is home before you or whatever, even if you come home afterwards, if there's anything around, if you see a light bulb, don't let that light bulb stay like that. Just if you see toothpaste on the counter, you can get a napkin or a paper towel and get it up. You don't have to wait for your wife or your other person, your significant other, to get it. I hate when people walk by and act like they don't see stuff. That's not fair. We all live here.
So here's the deal. Society has created this psychological imprint that suggests
somebody said it won't let her share.
Okay, they'll figure that out.
Okay. Ooh, this is squeaky. Go ahead.
That women, because of you all's physical makeup, you are the people who bring children into the world. So by default, you all have become the caretakers and homemakers. Men, because of our physical makeup, we are the hunters. We go out and build a living. We go out and hunt, bring the food back, build it. So most women take care of the home. Most men.
Not anymore.
No, listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Most men go out and, work. It used to be that way, right?
Used to be.
Unfortunately, because of a white supremacist society that we live here in this country, we've wholesale had a generation of men in our community that have been locked up, that have been that's facts. You cannot deny that. So now you have all of these women that have been thrust into the primary role of caretaker, provider, homemaker, hunter. That's facts, right? We can't deny that.
That's fact.
So now,
thank you for sharing.
a generation of men that have to learn and have an appreciation for the kind of dynamic shift that's happening in our community because of some conditions in this country that we are fighting against every day. Okay? Excuse me. I apologize. So we now have to embrace the notion that women, this goes to this point that I made before. April is not, we don't approach this relationship in any other fashion other than as 50-50 partners, bringing 100% of ourselves to the relationship, right? Mm-hmm. I know so many men who psychologically approach their marriages as if their wife works for them. You see what I'm saying? They approach the marriage psychologically like, I'm the husband, it's what I say, you know, you have the babies, I go out here and work, I bring you this amount of money, and now I go do whatever I want to do. And that's how a lot of these marriages are set up. It's a lot of how old marriages were set up, because the old marriages were based on the system or notion that the mom took care of the house and had the kids and the father went out and worked. That's how the old structure was. But now in this new dynamic, this is a new dynamic. This is a new structure. So men have to embrace women as human beings, right? They weren't embracing women and looking at women and treating women as their equals. Right. That's problematic. Women have been fighting for an opportunity to have their voice heard. Yes, there's that caveman mentality. Yes, where a man goes out and grabs a woman by her hand, drags her back, you know. And so it is a paradigm shift that's happening. There has to be a psychological new understanding about the roles of women in society, the roles of women in marriage. And again, I don't even know if the role is a good word to use, because you shouldn't be playing a role. Right. No. You should just be. You should just have an opportunity to be. But there's also, if you are working on yourself, because again, so many men now, it goes back to this thing with trying to change a person for what you need them to be, you know, so that you are happy based on the conditions you placed on another human being. Right. Now we wait. Good Lord have mercy. Hold on. Let me take a second. Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Because the fact of the matter is, when the doors open in the morning, the wife is going to work and the husband's going to work. So it has to be an equal joint venture in taking care of everything.
A joint venture.
It really does. When I leave, he leaves. When I'm coming home, so he's right after me, or I come home before him, and, you know, vice versa. The new structure is we are both probably out of the house the same amount of time. If not, we're both still working. So the responsibility cannot just fall on the woman just because she is a woman. But
again, see, because she is a woman, but because we live in a male-dominated society,
not fair.
So look, we live in a white supremacist society, and we live in a male-dominated society. Ooh. So all of the messaging that you see is about the strength of men to trick women into being subservient. That's the word I'm looking for. So men approach these marriage relationships as if they're building a company and they are the CEO. Like, I came up with the blueprint. I'm the CEO. Now I'm going to marry you, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to be not even like co-CEO or chief operating officer. I'm going to let you be my secretary. Go give me some coffee.
Secretary.
Yeah, you get to be my secretary. Go give me some coffee.
You can play nurse, but
you can be my
nurse. You can be my secretary.
Exactly.
No.
So, that is, again, this whole idea of having someone be subservient to you is because we live in a male-dominated society. Men run these companies. Men control so much of the opportunity to get the messaging out. If you look at the structure of this company as well, I always kind of look at the fact that when you have these Asian young ladies who come into this country to be educated, you ask, well, why did they pick a name like Amy or this or that? And why do they, for the most part, if you see Asian women and they start to marry outside of their race, they pick white males, right? Mm-hmm. It's because in Asia, the content that is being beamed to them, all of the content, the movies are about Thor, all about, you know, it has white male leads that are showing their success.
Right.
So when they talk about black movies don't do well overseas, we don't get an opportunity to send movies and have content that's playing overseas where black people, get to shine and get to be the hero and get to show their positive side. They see cops and they see, all of these negative images up. They see rap music. It's the dominant culture now. Rap music can change it. But if they are now watching rap music that is Cardi B and she's not speaking a certain kind of way, or they see, young knuckle like Lil Xan this or any of these young rappers, that's not positive imaging. Yes, the beat may be hot, but that's how they're judging us. And the parents are judging us saying, that's not what I want you to be in a marriage partnership with. That's not what I want my grandchildren to look like. Mm-hmm. So, Young Thug, thank you. All of them, right? The people that are over in Asia and all of these other countries, that's what they're seeing, and that scares them. But if they look at these white images,
because they want our culture,
they
love it. They'll love it.
But they want to be this. They want to be this close to it. But they want to be safe enough away from it that they can go behind them gates.
Steal a little bit, but that's not what I want. I'm gonna take it over here with this other thing. You know what I mean? So it's weird. Like they will emulate us. They love our culture, but they don't want to be us. Put it that way. Everybody loves the culture. They're not fighting the fight, and they don't want to be us. They want to be close to us, but not us.
But here's the thing. I just want to make sure we stay on the narrative that we live in a society where women are kind of under the thumbprint of this subservience that men need them to be under so that men can beat their chest. It goes back to that. It's primordial. Apes do it. You know what I mean? And women shouldn't have to live that way. Period. So, to the point of our conversation, the ta-da to the aha moment has happened. And it really, I will say this honestly, I'm glad you had a late start today. I'm glad we stopped the Coffee Cup Chronicles, which you can catch every day at 9 a.m. right here on After I Do.
Plugging it.
I got to push my show. But this was a conversation that is like a springboard. It's like jumping on a springboard that's going to take our marriage to a whole other place, because now I see the whole universe differently.
See? We don't have all the answers. I always say that. We are here giving you our truths and learning as we go. This long, we just had a breakthrough moment.
But it's a journey.
It's a journey. That's what people need to know. There's no quick fix. People like, I want to be like you. I want to da-da-da. You have to go through it. You have to have your own breakthrough moments. We can share some stuff with you, but you have to do the work. This is not easy.
Oh, not only do you have to do the work, you have to be there for the entire journey. Like you don't never get to this. We would never get to this if we didn't make a commitment to the entire journey.
Right.
So if we say that, we're in Cali and we're going to take the ride in a car from here to New York, right? We'll never get to see this beautiful. We'll never get to see some magical, beautiful fall or something beautiful
along the
countryside in Omaha. Right? If at some point we go, you know what? Pull over, let me out. I don't like the way you're talking to me. I'm out there. Because now we got to go, well, do I continue the journey by myself? Do I go a different way? Do I got to go pick up somebody else to make this trip with me because I don't have the gas money that he's supposed to bring to the trip? And so now you're...
Just take the journey. Help them fix the flat tire. Get back in. Start up.
PJ, thanks for joining the conversation, brother.
You might run out
Spread
of gas.
the word. Hit that share button.
Walk with them to the gas station. Fill up that gas can. Like, don't quit the journey because it gets tough.
Well, listen, right. Ain't nobody beating on nobody, and you notice the person.
You know the normal things. But if it's just like, I'm tired, you don't listen. Figure it out. Sit down and work it out.
Oh, it's my brother Reggie. Somebody was like, Roy. I'm like, man, nobody better not be calling me Roy who don't have the last name Watkins. Just so y'all know, nobody calls me Roy but my wife and my siblings. So don't call me Roy. It bothers me. Don't call me Roy.
When somebody call me Roy, I never see it.
I had to correct
people. He don't even head. He'd be like,
don't call me Roy. Only people that call me Roy and can shorten my name legitimately is my wife and my siblings. So
there they
go.
go.
No. People, like, it's not, if I just say, I don't have the patience for it. I just respectfully ask people not to call me Roy. And if you do it anyway, it's not a joke to me. So goodbye.
So, yeah. Ta-da!
Yeah, ta-da to Ah-hah. It's a good conversation. I'm glad we were able to have it today.
Yes.
All right, so what else you got?
I mean, that breakthrough was enough. I'm just like,
it's like,
it was very powerful. I'm glad I was home, like you said. I'm never, I'm got to go take a shower and get ready to go to work. But I'm glad that I had the time to sit here because we didn't know this moment was going to happen.
Yeah.
We just never know. That's why I love doing it because we are always growing and learning, by sitting down here, unrehearsed, unversed, not knowing what's going to happen. Something beautiful like this just happened. Sometimes it's not as fortunate. Sometimes we bicker, sometimes whatever. Or it's just a regular, nice conversation. But today was good. This was a good day. I needed, and the words just came out. Can't rehearse ta-da and someone writing ah-hah, It's organic. And we need you guys. You know what I mean? We need you as much as you think you need us. Because I'm always learning. I'm just a human being. I'm a mother. I'm a wife.
So hold on.
I'm always
Clark
learning.
Moni said, she said, April, do you feel better and believe Royale understands?
Absolutely. It was a great moment. If you watch the whole thing, it was an aha moment. When you get an aha moment,
you can't deny.
You just can't deny
it. No.
Yes.
Oh, but let me tell you what's interesting. So last night, let me tell you what's interesting about my relationship with April. It's like there are these signs that we get. Like every once in a while along the journey, something will happen where you just know that the universe and God is telling you you're in a relationship with the person that you just are meant to be in a relationship with. So last night we were watching TV and 11:11 popped on the screen. And so I told April, like, oh, it's 11:11, say your prayer. Because we just believe in certain things.
Right.
And so April, she's like, okay, cool. And so I grabbed her arm while she was praying and I said, greatness. And April's like, oh my God.
That was the first word.
At the very moment that you said greatness, she was thinking it in her head.
Yes. It was crazy. I had to stop. And say, she's like, you know, my first word was greatness.
But we've had those moments before. Where it's
I put out there what I want, my aspirations, whatever 11:11 means to me. When that time comes out, if you do the research, it's the perfect time in the universe when everything is aligned. So when I happen to look down and it's 11:11, I project the goodness that I want from me, my kids, whatever the situation may be. And the first thing I said was greatness. He grabbed my hand.
I grabbed your arm.
And I said,
because you had your hands together.
I said mine because I didn't want to say it out loud. I didn't know he was going along, with me. And I said greatness and he said greatness. And I was like, we're in line.
Yeah, we're in line. It's just,
we're in line.
Not only are we in line with each other, but we're in line with the universe.
Right.
So.
Can't make that up. So that was pretty big.
Pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing.
It's so amazing to be
loved. And you know why it's so
so
amazing? Because I could never put I could never put words to the feeling I was feeling when I come home and he does those things and I'm looking at him like, really? You want? Okay, you're supposed to. But I never say it out loud. And for it to just click, you never know when something's going to click.
You never know when it's going to click.
This is how you make me feel. Because we're talking about it. Let me verbalize it and let him hear the words. This is how you make me feel like, ta-da. Couldn't have made that up. I didn't say it any other time. I've never even had that notion until right now. It's just amazing. So yeah, of course I think he gets it. We both had a moment. We get it. We hope that you all get it. You share it. And maybe someone else can learn from it. That's all it's about.
No, brother. Matching outfits will never be next. We'll leave that to you and Denise. You'll let you and Nene have that.
Yeah, but I love you guys. I got to get in this shower and get to work.
Go wash
within an hour. So, it's been great.
It's been great. It's been real. Make sure y'all hit the share button. This is probably one of the best episodes of After I Do
that
had in a long
really
time.
Good. Happy birthday.
No, it's 11/11, not today. She said that's my birthday.
Oh, 11/11?
11/11.
Ooh, you're a special person.
Yeah.
That's nice.
All right. So there we go.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
All right. Have a beautiful day. Relationships,
Hearts
love, and
going
laughter. Yeah, hearts going. Oh, that's April's thing. Hearts. Throw some hearts up on the way out. There you go. Make sure. If y'all know me, when I close the Coffee Cup Chronicles, I always tell y'all I love y'all. Make sure you tell somebody. If nobody else loves you, remember I do. So make sure you give somebody some love. All right. All right. Let me give you a kiss on it. Yeah, I get my girlfriend back. I got a girlfriend. I got a girlfriend. I got a girlfriend. And a wife. And a wife. And a wife. All right.
Love you guys.
Let's go. Say goodbye, Florida.
Bye.